Hey, what's up everybody? Gear Guy here with another flashlight review. Today we're taking a look at this Lumintop SD Mini. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with this light. We'll talk about the reasons why here in just a second, but also have a really cool discount code that's going to help you guys save some money on anything Lumintop if you're interested, so make sure you stick around for that. Alright guys, we are back. Again, we're looking at the Lumintop SD Mini, and like I mentioned before, there's some stuff that I really like about this light, and there's also some stuff that I don't like, and we're definitely going to take a look at both of those. Also, I do have a discount code from Lumintop that's going to save you 20% off of any order on their Amazon store, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video to get that code. So let's go ahead and just take a look at the box. Pretty simple. On the back you have some specs printed out. Not going to bore you with that stuff yet, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what you get inside. This is just a little thank you card. Nothing fancy or special there. Warranty info. And then a small little instruction manual. Doesn't really give you a tremendous amount of detail. Not that big of a deal though. So before we look at the light itself, look at some of the accessories that it comes with. So you can see you do get this little nylon sheath, and to be completely honest with you, it's actually pretty good quality. I'm pretty pleasantly surprised by it. Usually when you get these little sheaths, the stitching is bad, the Velcro is bad, and they're just not very high quality. This one, on the other hand, is the opposite. It's definitely nice. So it is a rechargeable light, and it comes with a cord. Just uses a standard, if we can focus on that, standard micro USB charger. So if you've got an Android phone that uses a micro SD charger, you've already got a charger for it, so that's nice. We have some spare O-rings, as well as a spare cover for your charging port. That's pretty cool. And then a bright orange lanyard. Do wish the lanyard was black, but again, not a huge deal, not a deal breaker for me. One thing that I do want to mention about this sheath is you do have some Velcro back here, so you can adjust it to your belt size, as well as a plastic D-ring if you want to clip it onto something. So that is pretty cool. Alright, we will set the box aside and go ahead and just show you the light real quick. There you go. See their logo on the clip there. I want you to see this really nice knurling that's milled into this thing. Smooth reflector. There's your activation switch and your charging port. So that is the light itself. I'll zoom in just a little bit and run through some of the specs. So it is made of aluminum, and it does have a Type 3 hard anodizing on it. It's 4.29 inches in length, 3.11 ounces in weight. Maximum output You do have a couple of different options depending on the emitter that you have. You get 1,000 lumens with the Cree XM-L2U2. This particular one that I have uses the Cree XP-L-HI, and the max output is 920 lumens. It is IPX8 rated for waterproofing. If you don't know what that means, that basically just means that you can submerge it down to 2 meters for up to 30 minutes. So definitely pretty good waterproofing. My only concern about that is the fact that it's rechargeable. I don't know how much I would trust this little rubber cover over the charging port, but I'm not going to submerge it and test it and potentially ruin the light, so you guys will have to forgive me for that. We'll just have to take Lumintop's word for it. So the pocket clip is stainless steel, and it is removable as well as reversible. But if you orient the clip to where the bezel is down, that's going to give you the deepest carry option, obviously. So reflector, like I just mentioned a second ago, is smooth, so you do get a pretty significant hot spot with a nice flood around it. And again, I talked about the knurling. Definitely does a good job of making it stick in your hand a little bit better. It fits very, very nice in the hand. To be as bright as it is, I definitely don't have any complaints there as far as size goes. So really, really good light. Really bright for the size again. So just to show you your charging port, you do have that rubber piece there that lifts up, and there's your charging port. So we're gonna close that up real quick and show you how it works. So like I mentioned earlier, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this thing. I love it just because of its size, the weight, and how bright it is. It's a fantastic light for those reasons. What I don't like is the UI or the way that it operates. I typically prefer a tail switch activation. Don't really like the side activation. I've got a lot of experience with O-lights. Most of those have a side activation, and I'm kind of getting a little bit turned off by it, to be completely honest. The switch, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but it is somewhat recessed, and from my time carrying it, I don't think you're going to have to worry about it accidentally turning on in the pocket, but that is something to consider. But at least you can tail stand. So with all that said, I typically prefer a tail switch, and I'm used to the momentary function, partial press and it turns on, let go, turns off, click it, it turns on, click it, it turns off, and then, something to the effect of turn it on, hold the button down to change modes, and that kind of thing. This one takes that and kind of turns it on its side. We turn it on by obviously clicking the button, and you can see there in the video, or in the camera, you definitely have a pronounced hot spot, and that's because of the reflector that it has. So you turn it on by clicking the button. There is no momentary function, so that's kind of a letdown in my opinion. But to turn it off, you have to hold the button down. So you're not going to click it to turn it on and click it to turn it off. You see it just got a little bit brighter. Don't really like that. I wish that you could click it to turn it on and click it to turn it off, because a lot of times I forget and end up cycling through the modes, and it's kind of a pain in the butt in my opinion. You know, your mileage may vary, it may not bother you, but I'm not used to it, and to be honest, I'm not a tremendous fan of it. Does it work? Yeah, it works perfectly. Will you get used to it? Sure, if you carry it enough, but if you rotate a lot of lights like I do, you're not going to remember, and that's a little bit of a negative in my opinion. So just to talk with you about the modes real quick, go ahead and cycle through. You have a low, which is 36 lumens. You get 36 hours of runtime. We'll click the button and go up. Next is a 276 lumen setting, 5.5 hours of runtime. Then 425 lumens, 3 hours of runtime. 920 lumens, that's your max output, you get 2 hours of runtime. There is also a hidden strobe, SOS, and beacon. So to activate those, we're going to turn it off. And to get to those 3 hidden modes, we're going to hold the button down. So there's strobe. Didn't want to blind you guys with it, so I don't know if you heard that, but I clicked it to cycle from strobe. Now we're in the SOS mode. Click it again, and we're in beacon, as you can see. So if we click it again, we're going to go to strobe, and then to turn this off, we're going to hold it again. So just to show you, click strobe, hold it, and we're off. It also has memory, so you go into the regular modes. Let's just save it at the medium here. Hold it to turn it off. Once you click to turn back on, it's going to go back to that saved mode or that most recent mode. So here we are at low, turn it off. Click again, and there we are back at that last mode. So, is it a good light? Yes, it's fantastic. I love it for the size, the weight, plus it just looks cool as hell. It's a really, really good looking light, in my opinion. It works flawlessly. I don't have any complaints about the appearance or just the I guess the specifications of the light itself. It's great. My only complaint is the operation of it. Will I get used to it? Probably so, eventually. But there again, it's just so different from everything else out there that to me, it makes it a huge pain in the butt to get used to it. So again, that's just me. You guys may have different opinions, and that's obviously okay. I'd love to hear them though. So what we're going to do now, take the thing outside, do some beam shots outdoors, and then we will give you guys that coupon code. So stick with me. Alright guys, we are outside with the SD Mini right now, and we're just going to go through the modes real quick. I've got a couple of trees that are about 30 yards away, and then another group that are about 75, 80 yards away, so we'll take a look at each of them. So, no, you can't see anything now. This is low, and you can see the outline of the trees there. Again, this is low, about 30 yards away. Next step up. Next. Again. And we're back at low. So, one thing that the camera's not really picking up, you can definitely see it's got a pretty substantial hot spot there. And then as I sweep the light away, you can catch some of the flood. So, in the video, it looks like the hotspot doesn't blend to the flood very well, but to the naked eye it definitely has a smooth transition from the hotspot to the flood. So let's transition the camera back in low. Can't really see much out there. Again, this is the 75, 80 yard trees. You can see the outline there. Again, and then again 30 here, and full brightness. So really, really good beam. Definitely has a good throw, and then like I mentioned, a smooth transition from the beam to the flood. Alright, there you go everybody. Again, good light. I would definitely recommend it for the price. It's a fantastic option if you can look past the operation of it like we've talked about. So overall I would rate it a 7 out of 10 probably. Good light, just a few nitpicky things about it that may not even bother some of you guys. So long overdue. Thank you guys for sticking with me this long. I definitely do appreciate it. The code that Lumintop was gracious enough to give me so that I can give to you guys is 20% off of any product in their Amazon store, and I'm going to link to it down below, of course, so you can click on that, go to their Amazon page or their Amazon seller profile, and you can use this code for 20% off on any light, not just this one. And that code is GearGuy2, and you should see that somewhere up here at the top of your screen. And again, GearGuy2, use that code for 20% off of anything in their Amazon store. I'll probably post a link to their store, or not a link, but you know, something about their Amazon store above, and it'll be in the description as well. Don't know if it has an expiration date on it. Lumintop didn't mention that when they talked to me, so as of today, when this video is uploaded, the code should be good. If you guys use it and it doesn't work for any reason, definitely shoot me an email, comment, and let me know so that I can work it out with Lumintop. So thank you guys again for hanging out with me today. I definitely do appreciate it. If you would, like this video, share it, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And stay tuned, because I've got a lot more of stuff in the pipeline, more flashlight reviews. I've got a ton of knives that I need to review, as well as what you can see back there. I've got to review the Wicked Edge system, so that'll probably be coming sometime within the next couple of months. So definitely check it out, subscribe so you don't miss anything. So again, thank you guys, stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time.